If you're a business owner considering captives, when you go to your CPA, the first thing you're going to say is about a captive, they're going to say, no, now what's your question? You know, in this video, we're going to cover some of the common myths and misperceptions on captive insurance companies. If you've done any research on captive insurance, you're going to come across some common themes, and I would say common misinformation. One thing we hear all the time is, I have traditional insurance, so I don't necessarily need a captive insurance company. You know, let me debunk that by saying, if you look at your insurance portfolio, the way we start out with clients is we get copies of all their existing insurance portfolios or insurance policies. Now, we go through all of those policies and we give them a report that says this is what's included in your insurance and this is what's excluded from your insurance. Now, when you go through an insurance policy, there may be 10 pages of stuff that's included and 30 pages of stuff that's excluded. No matter how good your insurance portfolio is and your insurance advisors are, there's certain things the insurance companies just don't want to cover. So those are the things that are perfect to put inside your captive insurance company. A little bit of background on insurance policies. There's this entity called ISO. So if you look at the bottom of your commercial liability policy, there's something called ISO CG 00001. That means that commercial general liability policy was written by this organization called ISO, the Insurance Service Office. Now, the Insurance Service Office writes policies for all different companies, and it's funded by all the different insurance companies. So when they write insurance policies, who do you think they write it in favor of? You, the people that pay the premiums, or the companies that actually pay them to write their policies for them? I think it's a pretty safe assumption that says they write it in favor of the companies, not you, the people that buy it. The next myth I'd like to debunk is that captive insurance are new. They're not new in any stretch of the imagination. We've had them here in the United States for over 100 years, and they've existed globally for far longer. The majority of the captives that used to be done were done in offshore jurisdictions. Bermuda, Bahama, Caymans, these are the common jurisdictions that people think about. But it seems like every day a new jurisdiction pops up here in the United States. So now there's over 32 jurisdictions here domestically that do captive insurance companies. Another point, or I'd say the third myth, is that the captive insurance marketplace is small. It's important for everyone to understand it's not small by any means. It's estimated that over 50% of the insurance globally is put in a captive in one way, shape, or form, in some sort of alternative risk structure. So it's very, very large. And there's over 8,000 captive insurance companies globally. And it's estimated that companies like Verizon, Nike, UPS have close to $2 trillion in offshore captive insurance jurisdictions to protect themselves in the event that claims come down the road. So these were just a few of the common myths and misperceptions that you may hear from advisors, you know, CPAs, attorneys about captive insurance company. So thanks for watching this brief video on what are some of the common myths and misperceptions on captive insurance companies. I welcome you to put any comments down below, and I highly recommend you go to our website. That's riskmgmtadvisors.com, and halfway down you'll see where you can download the ultimate guide to captive insurance companies. Go there enter your information, download this 16-page guide, because it'll give you some really good information. All the ins and outs of captive insurance companies that you need to know, whether you're an end consumer or an advisor to that end consumer. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.